Well, it's about 6:40 a.m. I've been up for a little while. I was hoping to get a very early start, continuing sanding and stuff back here, but I didn't realize just how much dew we would get this morning. The whole boat is soaking wet, including the new wood. Really brings the grain out, which is kind of cool. Although I can see very clearly how not clear a lot of my pieces are. It looks better over there. But yeah, I'm gonna let this dry out a little bit, but happily I have something to do meanwhile. Doug and Lyell were here yesterday doing stuff with dry Cooder, their little Seafarer, which is now in a slip down the river. And there was some discussion about taking her out this morning. I don't know if we're gonna raise any sail, although we really should. He just wants to get the feel for motoring that thing properly, and it's gonna be a beautiful day. So I've got a little time this morning. We're gonna go out on the river, maybe out in the bay, we'll see. Right. Going on a boat, we're going on a boat.
Yay!
Let me know if I'm blocked here. All right. Can you see? Where's this?
That's it, man. We're full pedals to the metal.
Hold on. It's not bad. Respectable. Dry Cooder on the mighty Toms. No dolphins yet. No trash either, so that's good. Boating. Yeah. Rumor has it my boat will do this, sort of. Looking forward to that. Mighty dry Cooder. I'm not hanging on to anything. There you go. One hand for the boat. Hanging on to the stay. Good enough. Doesn't seem foul, no.
All right.
Seems okay. It really wants to run back though. Can you? You know
I mean,
what it is? It's just not wrapped around the drum properly.
So is it? Can you see if you can unspin it?
Yo, I need someone to be taking up slack on the furling line.
I am.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, she's letting the furling line loose.
Hang on. I can't fly.
Yeah, the flies suck ass.
Note to self.
They like my sweet meat. And yours apparently as well.
They like what? Our meat?
Our sweet meat.
Our sweet meat, yes. Well, he didn't bite me, he just landed on me.
Oh, I've already been bit
I gotta
twice.
find out when the season is over before I take my boat out here. Jesus.
I'm gonna get scratched.
Well, it looks like the sails worked as a wind repellent. Just lost the wind. And the horseflies have found us. I think it's time for plan B.
At least this one's casting a nice shadow.
Yeah, they're good for that, aren't they?
Who needs a bimini?
There's somebody else sailing.
They actually
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that the wind indicator is not lying now. It's pretty steady. Looking, but
Yeah, I'm gonna get past that point there. You know, they've got this. Do it a little further because we gotta get past. You know what I mean?
yep.
Over there.
great. I see your binoculars. I see the binoculars.
we're almost back, and now we get some wind.
Well, that's what I was saying, because every time we, like in Oceanport, it would be the same thing. We'd go out there, and then as we got closer to shore, the wind would pick up. Yeah, look at their little sail.
Sunfish.
Look at the red, white, and blue striped one.
Yeah.
That sail is completely full.
That's. I'm pretty sure they're sunfish. It looks like it.
The
That's the extent of my command experience.
The red, white, and blue one is the sunfish. The others.
I think all of them are sunfish. Do you think, or no?
No.
Same type. Yeah, actually, you're right. The sunfish. That's the sunfish
has the,
lugger sail. Yeah.
Yeah, the sail.
The classic lug.
The one in the front, and those ones with just a single.
And these guys following all the ones with the lug sail are sunfish. Yeah, I have about 2 hours in one of those. That's it.
Just let me know, yay or nay.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a little. Just put it down a bit. Yeah, keep going. Like, well, halfway. Like, let that first.
I gotcha.
Yeah, level with.
Oh, you got a mark on there or something?
No, there's a one layer.
Ah,
I'm
right.
gonna let the first layer out.
That's smart. I can kind of feel it already. Oh yeah. Interesting. Wow, it feels different. Yeah, baby. But you knew.
I never let the whole first one out. Do you want me to keep going?
That's
with
good.
it?
Just there. It's fine.
That's feeling good. Got the motor out. Nice.
That's why I didn't want to put the sail down.
Okay. So
Yeah, I was just abandoning hope.
Not I.
we're gonna make our turn in a minute. Are you ready? I'll wait till they get a little.
What are you gonna do? You gonna attack?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Call it. Grommet's hanging up on this shroud.
Let it loose.
Yeah.
And then
It'll go. We got it. You gotta come if you can come
You gotta get
to
some
port
wind.
more. Yeah.
as much as I can. So we're
Right.
on irons. Is that what's going on?
I think we're caught in irons. Yeah. How do we remedy that? If you actually, if I. Oh. I don't think it's. At this point, we may as well go back to the other tack, Lyle. Let it come down. But you're cheating.
That's totally cheating.
There we go. That's something right there.
Oh yeah, that sail. Look, the flag across now.
Yeah, it's definitely picking up. Let's go back. I'm game, man. I don't have to work today. I'd much rather do this.
I mean,
I'm already ready for a beer.
What'd you say about beer? Did you say something about
I said I could do this all day instead of going back to work on the boat, but the only thing missing is a beer.
Yeah, man.
Let them carry on. Drifting on the tide with someone by your side who said you're something to cast and they'll carry
Okay. 4th of July, 2025. It's Oakum Day. First thing I'm going to do, though, is clean up this cockpit. Get everything out of here. I think I'm going to leave the tarp up. I can see well enough. It's going to be pretty hot soon. Alright, getting started here. I've laid some string in the worst ones, just to have something in the bottom. It may or may not help. I think it will. In most cases it will. But we're going to be layering oakum in here anyway, so I did have to pause. I almost started setting string in this pretty bad, see? And I remembered I have to drill a hole in the middle of it for the wiring for the compass, so we're going to pause and lay that out. I don't want to try to drill through a caulked seam with string and oakum and stuff in it. I'm going to have to. We know that the flange for the grab bar lands almost at this, against this molding. Not quite. Debating whether I should. I need to give myself some leeway because this template it's a little beat up. I'm not going to drill these holes yet. I'm going to wait till actually I have that in the van. I'm probably going to mount that this week before I head home. The important thing is this hole. I don't have a marker. Did I make a marker already? No. Make a little dent on wood there. Now let's get a marker. Say that's going to come in not quite to these holes. I think right about there. Oh, those almost probably went through. Only had 1 5/8. Also, maybe the Forstner will ride on that. I made that pilot hole way too big. I just cleaned out the cockpit. Where do I put this? And I just vacuumed out the seams. So, whatever. I'll have to do it again. That. We don't need that. I gotta clean this again. And then continue with the caulking. Alright, let's have a look at this open. See, it's still greasy. The box is greasy. What this is hemp fiber. It's usually made from old rope that's been soaked in Stockholm tar, which is pine pitch. It smells like turpentine. Not too greasy. I thought I might need gloves, but that'll do for sure. I have to separate it and then sort of retwine it before I drive it. But first, I gotta prime with linseed oil. Yeah, I discovered the boat came with it. I didn't know what these were at first. Don't mind that screw. They're temporary. They're gonna be bolts later. These fit perfectly. I have one for each cowl vent, so you can remove the vent and sort of seal it up. I'm doing this just to avoid getting more debris down there in the bilge and have room to work, whereas the cowl vent would be very obstructive. Don't worry about these gaps. I have plans. Even these, I have schemes and plans. This whole hatch may have to be re-supported at some point, but it's fine for now. I just needed to get it in place so I could finish sealing up this new deck. All right, let's try a little small part of this. We'll start with this piece. No, that's not long enough. I may wind up unwinding this stuff into a bucket. I don't know. Smaller strand, but the trouble with this compared to the cotton is it's made of pretty short fiber, so it doesn't really like to be unwound too much. Could be a learning curve here for sure. I think the idea is going to be, rather than trying to get a continuous strand in there, a piece of green thread, I'm going to try to just layer it in. Starting with the narrowest iron. This seam needs a lot. It has to do a few layers. Lay that down in there. Should be using the wider one right here, because if I go very deep, it'll just pop right through there on this particular seam. I'll drive it in hard with the wide one in a minute. More in there. And a little bit more. Yeah, it's interesting stuff. It's definitely oily, but it's not so greasy that it's leaving a huge mess on my hands. There we go. Go that way with you. That's like the least important place. I just want to fill it. It's one of the highest points in the boat. All right, it's just after 7, and I think I'm going to call it a day. Unfortunate, I was hoping to get at least all the caulking done today, but not the end of the world. We will resume bright and early tomorrow. I've made it about to this line, all the way across-ish, and it's going pretty well. I think it's going to be all right. You can see, for those of you who don't know, let me find a good seam. Oh, I missed a spot there. Okay, I'm gonna add a little there. Maybe I'll do that before I knock it off for today. That one's too wide, that's why I went too deep. This is kind of perfect. It's gone just past the bevel, and it's in there. I'm gonna have to tuck and or trim, or maybe take a torch and singe some of the little hairs that are popping up here and there before I lay Sikaflex in. But yeah, I think it's going pretty well. This oakum is all right. I don't know how old it is, but it's definitely trickier than working with cotton. That's for sure. I wind up with all, you're trying to separate some strands and like some crazy piece comes off. That's why I have this collection here. Looks like someone's been shearing a very, very dirty old sheepdog. Anyway, it's definitely beer o'clock. Look at that. Look at that. I accidentally peeled a little caulk off in that corner, but I stuck the tape back in there. It's leaking. Look at that. A little more salt on there. Probably a little too much already, but whatever. It'll have a couple days to dry out. And it's salty. Yay. Let's get the rails on that. Okay, that doesn't surprise me. Around the sides. I'm not crawling in there, but yeah. We'll see. It's going to be sunny and hot tomorrow and dry, but then it's going to thunderstorm for 3 days, 4 days maybe. I'll be back sometime during the stormy period, and we'll see if we need to add more oakum or tamp this down again or what. But I think we're looking pretty good. I don't see leaking around the drains, which is most excellent. That's really big. That's huge. And I don't see leaking down the face of the tub. I see it at the edges. That doesn't surprise me because I didn't really give that caulk enough time, and just caulk in there isn't the proper seal. I'm going to slap a molding on top of that, possibly with rubber mastic tape as a gasket behind it, which I was kind of going to do before this water test, but I figured why waste the stuff? Then over the next couple of days it would probably peel off, left exposed.